Rain lashed against the windows. Eleanor, her face pale in the flickering candlelight, stepped into the old manor. Thunder rattled the house, echoing through the empty halls. It was a night her grandmother died, exactly a month ago. And now, the house was hers. The lawyer had warned her, his voice low and grave. "It's a strange old place, Miss Eleanor." But she hadn't listened. How could a house be stranger than losing her only family? The next morning the storm subsided, leaving behind a damp silence. Eleanor started exploring. Each room was shrouded in dust and shadows, filled with forgotten memories. In the grand library she found a small lacquered box tucked behind a stack of leather-bound books. It was locked. Curiosity piqued, Eleanor searched for the key. She found it under her grandmother's favourite armchair, tucked into the worn velvet lining. It was heavier than it looked, a simple iron key with a worn loop and a single number etched on its side, 27. The number seemed to burn into her mind. What did it unlock? Where was number 27? Eleanor's fingers tightened around the key, a strange sense of foreboding creeping into her heart. Days turned into weeks, and the key became Eleanor's constant companion. She tried it on every door, every chest, every cabinet she could find in the sprawling mansion, but none yielded to the number 27. The mystery gnawed at her, fueled by sleepless nights and whispered stories from the villagers. They spoke of her grandmother in hushed tones, of strange occurrences, and a darkness that clung to the manor. Driven by a growing need for answers, Eleanor finally ventured into the attic. It was a cavernous space, thick with dust and the smell of decay. Cobwebs hung like macabre decorations from the rafters, and the only light came from a dusty skylight, casting long, eerie shadows. As Eleanor stepped inside, the floorboards creaked beneath her feet, the sound echoing in the silence. It was at the farthest end of the attic, hidden under a moth-eaten tapestry, that she found it. A large wooden chest, its surface scratched and dull with age, and there on its side, painted in faded gold, was the number 27. Eleanor's breath hitched. Her fingers trembled as she reached for the key. This had to be it. This had to hold the answers. The lock clicked open with a groan, releasing the musty scent of time. Inside, instead of gold or jewels, Eleanor found stacks of old journals, their leather covers brittle with age. They belonged to her ancestors, each page filled with elegant script that spoke of family secrets, of betrayals and love, and a tale that chilled her to the bone. It was the story of a sapphire necklace, a cursed heirloom said to bring misfortune to any who possessed it. But as Eleanor reached for the journals, a cold wind swept through the attic, extinguishing her candle and plunging her into darkness. When she fumbled for a match, her fingers met only empty air. The chest, the key, the journals, all gone. And then, from the shadows, a whisper, barely audible but laced with ice, the necklace. It wants to come home.